Congress introduced a resolution to censure Rep. McIver from New Jersey. Her actions last Friday were absolutely unacceptable. We have to be held to a better standard, and she needs to be held accountable for her actions.
South Carolina Representative William Timmons is joining the chorus of voices calling on House Speaker Mike Johnson to censure and even expel New Jersey Congresswoman LaMonica Mclver after she was charged yesterday in connection to that scuffle outside a ICE detention facility that you're seeing on screen.
McIver was charged with assaulting, impeding, and interfering with ICE agents. McIver has insisted that it was the ICE agents who got rough with her and her colleagues, not the other way around, as the U.S. attorney would suggest. McIver issued this statement yesterday saying, quote, "We were fulfilling our lawful oversight responsibilities as members of Congress have done many times before, and our visit should have been peaceful and short. Instead, ICE agents created an unnecessary and unsafe confrontation." She continued, quote, "The charges against me are purely political. They mischaracterize and distort actions that are meant to criminalize and deter legislative oversight."
Not everyone is buying that this was a simple oversight trip. Take a listen to Scott Jennings on CNN.
The videos are pretty clear, are they not? I mean, she's shoving,
so.
Elbows, some punches. I mean, this is
a lot of
violent activity against law enforcement, isn't it?
It's a lot of pushing and shoving. I don't know if...
Would a regular person, if they came and did that to a federal officer, get away with it? If the argument is, oh, we're here to conduct legitimate oversight, is that what oversight looks like? Pushing and shoving and elbowing and causing a riot at a federal facility?
So Democrats in Congress and beyond have flocked to McIver's defense, including New Jersey Senator Cory Booker and Newark Mayor Ras Baraka, who also were involved in the scuffle. Mayor Baraka was arrested on trespassing charges, but those charges were dropped yesterday, a move that many on the left say demonstrates that the charges in this case are arbitrary and politically motivated.
Do you think they are?
The process is the punishment. They don't care if they lose. A normal Department of Justice would never bring this case. They wouldn't have had to have the embarrassment of dropping the charges against Mayor Baraka because they were unfounded. They are bullies. They're abusing the Constitution.
Well, look, I saw the video footage, as did you. There certainly was some shoving and scuffling with the police officers. Now, I don't know.
On both sides.
I don't know who started it. I don't know if, I mean, not that you can't fight the cops.
Right, that's
Scott Jennings is correct that anyone will be charged for fighting the cops. Now, because I'm more libertarian leaning, I don't reflexively take the side of the police in every single dispute with either a lawmaker or just a civilian. So I would want to know more about the context of how that scuffle unfolded. I mean, I think you have the right to defend yourself if you're being, assaulted by a police officer or anyone else. So I would like to know more, and they did have the right to be there and inspect the facility because they're members of Congress. I also don't think we need to start censoring, like, literally everyone. The censor power is starting to get overused. If she was maybe convicted of some assault, then you might do a censure, but I would hold off on that on this basis. I basically just want to know more. I don't have strong views yet about whether she was in the wrong or the police were in the wrong. I'm open-minded to it, and I don't have a decision to. I'm not weighing in. That's my take.
I think as a member of Congress, I agree with you. She has a right to see how people are detained. She wants to really...
She has that legal right.
She has that
Congress people can always inspect these facilities.
And as an elected official, it's actually her responsibility to make sure that if constituents have a concern about this, or she does as a leader, to go check it out. And this is not the first time. Many people have done this in the past. So I think, for the Trump administration and for federal officials to cast this narrative that they were so violent is ridiculous, especially when Trump blanket pardoned the entire January 6th mob and riot. And we know that 5 people were dead, 140 different officers were injured. And so if those are people that you would pardon, how dare you say that elected officials that were actually trying to do their job when you're seeing other angles of a video getting shoved are doing something wrong and illegal?
All violent behavior now
it.
Because Trump pardoned January 6ers. I didn't agree with pardoning the violent January 6ers, but
you agree. But you agree that people should stay consistent in their views, and I think this is very wildly inconsistent with the views of pardoning people who've hurt 140 officers at our Capitol on January 6th, when these are people who are elected officials that were just simply trying to do their job that were also shoved. We need to watch this video and let this play out. Hopefully not in court. Hopefully they can solve it like they did with Ras Baraka. I think that if they take this all the way to trial, they're wasting taxpayers'
Funny enough,
money.
he's the one who did not have the absolute right to inspect the facility because he's a mayor rather than a elected official. Members of Congress, according to the law, can inspect these. So he actually was trespassing if he tried to enter. He doesn't have the right to enter, but they decided not to bring charges against him. So that suggests to me it is about the shoving, but I don't want to overhype that without really understanding the context of it.
So we'll stay on top of it. Governor Tim Walz had some choice words for ICE agents. That's next.